Hear ye, hear ye. Welcome to the podcast of the Roundtable, where 4 court jesters go head-to-head answering some of the most challenging questions in all the 7 kingdoms. This week's battle pits esteemed authoress Amy Lyle and Lord Larrikins of Drinks with Larry, who will take on Roundtable regulars, the Princess of Patience, Lady Brooke, and Sir John Jamingo. Now, here is your host, Uncle Randy, who I'm extraordinarily delighted to say loves you.
Welcome, everybody that is here and that stuck with us through the beginning. That's just real life stuff. Welcome to the podcast of the Roundtable. This is the show where we get to see who's the fastest, smartest, wittiest person in the group. And we normally say podcasters, but we are welcoming our first. I think technically she's been on a million shows. Powerful Amy Lyle's here.
Woo! I'm representing.
Absolutely.
Coming, Georgia.
Yes. Right down the street. And we've got the super aggravated but calming down slowly, Larry from Drinks with Larry.
Hi.
Yeah.
Larry is always thirsty.
What a recovery, Mav. Way to go, sir. That was a quality recovery. We got the podfather himself, John Buchanan.
Hi, everybody. Yes, John. Hi.
And, of course, my beautiful wife up there in the middle of my screen.
A.K.A. Brookie Poo.
And the middle of my heart. We have Brooke Fowler.
Aww.
No.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, everybody, I'm going to go over the rules here. Basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to ask a series of questions, and none of you have any idea what I'm going to ask. I've pulled the order in advance, and the order starts with we've got Larry will be first, then Brooke, John, and Amy, and we'll rotate that with every question. You'll have up to 3 minutes to answer each question. You don't have to use the whole 3 minutes, but you can't go over. If you go over, Richard Tillman will harass you online and cause problems for you. So don't go over your 3 minutes. Everybody has 1 grenade. Amy, if you don't know what that is, what that means is when I ask a question, you have 1 of these for the whole game. If you have a question, if I ask a question, you just feel like it's something that John is going to knock the answer out of the park. Say that you want to throw a grenade at him. You have to make your best grenade noise, like, and John can't answer the question. If he's already started, that's fine. The judge will have to not allow it to be admissible. You have 1 of those per game, and everyone can be grenaded once. You can't all pile on and grenade somebody more than once. That makes sense?
I got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
We're going to do a cheers here to the powerful Larry for getting his stuff together. That was
well done.
John was ready to bail. I was committed. I was like, no, we're going to stick.
I had my foot on his back, and I was about ready to push him off the vehicle.
Don't you dare count me out.
I'm not counting out, Larry.
All right, beautiful. All right, so here we go. We're going to jump right into it with the first question. Larry, you're first here, sir. And this one you only have 1 minute. By the way, it can vary. I'm not going to give you 3 minutes on like a
1 minute
question. Larry, what is something that everyone looks stupid doing?
Podcasting.
Could not be further from the truth, sir.
Everybody?
Everybody.
All right, Brooke, what about you? What is something that everyone looks stupid doing?
Oh God, I was just talking about something like this the other day and I can't remember what it was.
You got a whole minute.
I think that everybody looks stupid trying to, oh, damn it. I need another drink.
The pressure.
I know.
Pressure.
I'm like
30 seconds.
This is not good. Guys. Everybody looks dumb trying to answer a question about what does everybody look dumb about.
Hey, You answered it. Hey, might be coming out a little shaky. Hey, we'll get it together, babe. It's no big deal. Don't worry.
It's a warm up. It's a warm up, Brooke.
Question. We tossed that one around.
Yes.
All right. So, John, you're up. What is something that everybody looks stupid doing?
Coming. Everybody has a really stupid coming face.
It's a clean show.
It's not a Amy, I'm so sorry. You better buckle in.
It is.
Yes. No, everybody, when they're coming, they have that face where guys are like, they lock up like they're having a heart attack, and women, they contort their face. Everybody, if you took a picture or video of someone coming and showed it to them, they would never come again.
That's not true because pornography is like a multi-trillion-dollar business.
They're acting. I'm talking about real coming.
Not acting.
Real coming?
Real coming. Not that. Not
right,
that.
5 seconds, John.
That's it.
I really got your answer, though. All right. So, Amy.
I'm going in a different direction. I'm going to say putting on skinny jeans and TJ Maxx dressing room, followed by eating guacamole.
Oh, all right. Skinny jeans.
Hey, that's how my sister broke her foot.
Yes, I was about to say that. Dang it. That's how Brooke's sister, she literally shattered her own foot.
I wrote about it.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, it's an Amy Lyle Powerful book.
Yeah.
I've never been able to put on skinny jeans. I was too fat for skinny jeans before they were even invented.
Oh my God.
Everybody can put on skinny jeans.
Randall put them on once. I almost pissed myself. I laughed so hard.
I ran around a Levi's store with them on once. It was awesome.
Every pair I put on ended up being skinny jeans.
Put at the bottom.
I would look like a piece of broccoli.
Are you listening to this? Because there's a lot of conversation about skinny jeans.
Question number 2. Hey, we're moving to 2, and this is Brooke. Brooke's up first to redeem herself after the turd from question 1.
Good.
Step it up.
Brooke, what are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could use to settle their differences with each other?
Ooh.
You have 3 minutes.
So many things. Patty cake. Hide and seek. I think that game where you put your hands and then you try and hit the other person on the top of the hands.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know what that's. Is that
Reflex game?
Yeah.
I think we called it like slap or something.
Hand slap or something elementary like that. They could also play flip cup. I think there's lots of different ways to settle disputes other than shooting each other in the face.
All right. Beautiful. Those are good. John, what are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could use to settle their disputes and differences?
I think the leader of the country has to have a mud wrestling match with the leader of the other country. Who doesn't want to see Donald Trump and the leader of North Korea, who I can't think of his name right now,
Kim Jong-un,
getting into a cage match full of mud, like in the movie Stripes when John Candy got in there and took them all on? Who wouldn't want to see that? I mean, the leader of China and Donald Trump. Donald Trump right now, and I would vote for Donald Trump again in this next election if it would mean that he would have to mud wrestle some other leader.
Beautiful. Amy, what are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could use to settle their differences?
I'm going to go with forest bathing. I don't know if you're familiar with forest bathing, but basically you find a suitable location in nature. You enter, sometimes naked, and you smell the forest, and you proceed with your forest bath by walking mindfully, and you reflect out loud.
Oh.
And sometimes you sit in one location for 20 minutes. So I think if everybody did that, all these problems would go away for sure.
I agree, actually.
Forest bathing.
I want to, Larry, me and you're going to go forest bathe after that description.
That'd be a good video. Brooke will take the video.
I'm totally.
Larry needs to after all those audios.
All right, Larry, what are some fun and interesting alternatives to war that countries could use to settle their differences?
I think dueling would be wonderful with swords.
Duel.
Or with flintlock pistols. And the reason I say that is because, wars always start from the top and they always send everybody else in to fight their battles. So I think if the leaders actually had to fight each other and try to kill each other, I think wars would stop.
It's a good point.
That's a very
Sorry,
good point.
that was a deep one. I'm sorry. I should have been
No.
funny. Pooping, violently pooping. Sorry.
That's
Who
not a
poops in-
contest.
That's ridiculous. All right.
Not just pooping, violently pooping.
Battle
Take a
shits.
probiotic. Don't.
Yeah. I think battle shits. Maybe they sit in a stall next to each other and try to outshit the other one.
Larry, this is a clean show.
I'm sorry. It's a bidet show.
We are sponsored by BioBidet. Everyone go out to biobidet.com. Use promo code MarriedAF or Drinks with Larry.
No, Larry. Just Larry.
Just Larry.
You know what? I kind of like Larry's answer. I just think each leader should drink a glass of salt water, wait a half an hour, and try to see who can leave the biggest spot on the white wall.
Mhm.
Not as good as forest bathing.
All right,
No.
we're going to go to 3. This is John is up first for this one. All right, John. If you had to get rid of one state in the United States, which one would it be and why? Details most important. You have 3 minutes.
California. I've been waiting for the big one. I would love to see California just drop into the ocean. There is so much nonsense going, the traffic, everybody moves out there for the weather. They're having too good of a time. They have nice weather and no humidity. So California just right into the ocean. And that would be the end of it. And we wouldn't hear all the whining, and we wouldn't have to be preached to by Hollywood, and we wouldn't have all this virtual signaling and all this other nonsense. We could go back to being Americans again. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Not bad, sir. Amy, if you
I'm
had
gonna
to get rid of
say
one
opposite,
state. Oh, go ahead. If you're already ready, boom.
No, go ahead. I like the grandness of
Yes,
you
I'll read it again.
Okay. Okay.
If you had to get rid of one state in the U.S., which one would it be and why? Details important. 3 minutes.
I am going to go with the District of Columbia because I think it's kind of like a little Greece where 99% of the people are on the public payroll. They have Marion Barry. They have every restaurant is always epic. That's it. DC. I think that there's a lot of corruption, people just wanting their jobs. They're not really trying to fix the country. And if they just dropped off the face of the earth and we could start over, I think it might be good for everyone. It's my final answer.
That's a good one.
District of Columbia.
All right, Larry, if you had to get rid of one state in the U.S., which one would it be and why, sir?
What state is Blunt Mommy from?
Louisiana.
Then Louisiana's my answer.
Larry.
That's all I know. The only other state I would say would be one of the Dakotas, but other than that, I'm fine.
No one would even miss them.
No, exactly. See, I was sitting here thinking, how many Dakotas are there?
Let's take one out that we would benefit from.
I was going to
Sorry, I'm
say,
gonna stop bossing you, Larry. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. No, what state are you from, Amy?
I'm from the fine state of Ohio.
So am I. So we can't get rid of Ohio.
I
We
thought you were
could.
going to say Ohio, honestly, Larry.
No. All my close friends are in Ohio. I would never get rid of this state.
But we both moved.
No, Larry still
No,
lives in
Larry's still
Ohio.
there.
No, I'm still in Ohio.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Yeah, I'm a loser. I can't leave.
No, you're not.
But I'll go back to my answer of Louisiana.
Okay. All right, Brooke, if you had to get rid of one state in the U.S., which one would it be and why?
See, we know a lot of people in a lot of states now. And I used to say Arkansas was the most worthless fucking state in the country. Just because, like, seriously, what's there? But now, like, I feel bad because, Jody B's there.
He's the only person I
He's
know
the
from
only
Arkansas.
person I know. No, I know some people from work now that live there, but still, seriously, Arkansas, like, what? Guys, come on.
Hot
Let's go.
springs. The hot springs are there.
Sure.
Can we do the forest?
I think they have
baby?
those in like Texas and Tennessee and stuff too. But
They do.
yeah, so there's
Arkansas.
so sorry, Jody B. I'm gonna have to boot
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You know what I think is funny? That Jody B almost saved all the people from Arkansas, and Blunt Mommy basically killed everybody in Louisiana.
It's worth it.
But yet they're both very talented in their own unique ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are they?
And I love me some Louisiana, so I would never get rid of Louisiana.
All right, number 4.
Crawfish.
Powerful Amy Lyle is up first on this one.
First. Okay.
This one, those were all pretty much warm-ups. I'm going to be honest. Now we're starting to get into some things. If you got a pen and paper, you're going to want to have it because this question is a little more complex.
Mm-hmm.
Note time.
Amy, give me your top 5 favorite actors, actresses of all time. Tell me the first movie you can recall them being in. Bonus points if you can also, within the time limit, name your favorite movie that they were in. Hang on, let me start.
Okay. I have a minute though, right? Okay, my all-time, one of my favorite actresses is Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig is most famous for Bridesmaids. Before that, she was on Saturday Night Live. I don't know any other movies that she's in off the top of my head or previous movies. Second favorite actor or actress would be Melissa McCarthy. Also, the first movie that I realized that she was in was Bridesmaids. But I also love Spy and The Heat with Melissa McCarthy. Okay. I like Jude Law. Not a good person because he slept with a nanny, but a great actor. And the only movie that I can think of is Spy because all I do is watch comedy movies. That's 1, 2, 3. Shoot.
You still got 2 minutes. You're golden.
Okay. I like Nicole Kidman. One of the first movies I saw of her is the one with Tom Cruise where they were trying to tame the West. She came over with the spoons. I can't remember. But my favorite movie of Nicole Kidman is Portrait of a Lady.
Oh.
Portrait of a Lady. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another actor that I love is, how many seconds do I have?
You got 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Okay, I like, oh my gosh. Did I say Melissa McCarthy?
You did. Number 2.
I watched so many movies. I'm going to go with Robert De Niro. Taxi Cab is one of my favorite movies, but I also like him in that Anne Hathaway movie, The Mentor, or The Intern or something. I think he's a phenomenal actor.
Boom. All right. Well, you got it. You covered them. All right. So next is Larry. Larry, give me your top 5 favorite actors of all time. Tell me the first movie you can recall them being in. Bonus points if you can also name your favorite movie that they were in.
Ooh. All right. Well, I apparently like men, so let's go here. I'll start with the bottom. I was going to say Ryan Reynolds. He's growing on me. And obviously Deadpool is probably one of I thought he was wonderful in that.
Not Green Lantern.
Not Green Lantern. No, that movie doesn't exist. I'm going to have to go with Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig.
I do love Kristen Wiig. I love her on Saturday Night Live. She's probably one of my favorites.
Target Lady.
But then also Bridesmaids. I have to say it's a great movie. I do enjoy that.
Yes.
The Rock is probably one of my favorite actors.
Dwayne Johnson, phenomenal.
I can't get enough of that man. Probably my favorite movie of his is the one where he had to save his family out of a natural disaster, which is every movie. Yeah. Or Jumanji. I loved him in Jumanji.
Oh, Jumanji, so funny.
His smoldering look was enough to smolder my heart. Let's see. Mel Brooks is another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Spaceballs is one of my favorite movies he's in when he's Yogurt, obviously. And my final favorite actor is Harrison Ford.
Get out.
Yeah, I love Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones.
Han Solo.
The Fugitive.
Oh, The Fugitive. That's a good show.
Air Force One. Get off my plane. Come on.
What about Regarding Henry? No one ever says Regarding Henry.
Regarding Henry freaked me out as a kid. That's why.
Or The Suspect. Wasn't he like in The Suspect or something?
He was the Fugitive.
The Fugitive. That was a good
Him
show, too.
and where he said, "I didn't kill my wife," and
he didn't.
what's his name looked at him and said, "I don't care." Yeah, great movie.
All right.
But that's my list.
That's good, Larry. You made it in time. Covered all your bases. All right, babe. Give me your top 5 favorite actors of all time. Tell me the first movie and your favorite movie.
Well, I love me some Drew Barrymore. I always said that if there was a movie about me, that's who would play me.
I can see that.
And I mean, the first movie I remember her in was E.T. when she was like 5.
Yes.
And I mean, he's more of a comedian, but he is in a lot of things too. Andy Samberg. This might turn into like my favorite SNL people thing too, because that's really.
Hey, he's a very underrated. He is the shizit. See, I didn't even cuss, Amy. The shizit.
Oh, thank you.
I also really, even though I know for a fact he is batshit crazy. Sorry, Amy. And like, I don't necessarily want to hang out with him, but, sorry. Andy Samberg. I didn't tell you what movie. Actually, I don't even know what movie Andy Samberg. I just know Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like really, and I know he's in some movies. Anyways, Tom Cruise is who I was going to say is crazy, and I don't necessarily want to hang out with him, but he's one of my favorite. I'll watch him in anything pretty much.
I would too. He's very talented.
Yeah. He's
not
just,
that you asked me, but just trying to be supportive.
He can't really go wrong. Not Footloose. That was Kevin Bacon. Risky Business is what I was trying to say is the first movie I remember him in. And he was like 16 and he kind of looks the same like now. And I mean, Larry stole one of mine, Ryan Reynolds. I really, really like him. Of course, Deadpool, but Van Wilder was like my jam.
Yes.
In college. I watched that movie 8 million times when I was in college.
All right, you got 1 minute.
And oh God, I gotta find another one. I'm on 4, right?
Yep, you got 1 more.
God, I feel like I should have another girl in there, and
You're pregnant?
No.
You got 38 seconds.
Let's just go with Crapola.
I know the 5th is the hard.
20 seconds.
Hurry, Brooke! Think of another SNL lady.
Oh, Kristen Bell. I really like
her. From Pitch.
Time.
From Bad Moms.
Princess Anna. I know.
All right.
Oh my God.
John, give me your top 5 actors of all time. Tell me the first movie you can recall them in. Bonus points if you can also name your favorite movie they were in.
My first is Clint Eastwood. Dirty Harry is one of my favorite movies. And the one that I love him the best in is Gran Torino. That movie to me is an amazing story. And like I said, I think that they are the 2 movies. That's why he's my number 1. Number 2 is Jack Nicholson. The first movie I saw him in was the first Jack Nicholson movie I saw was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. But my favorite one, and this is a toss up between As Good as It Gets and A Few Good Men. And I'm going to go with As Good as It Gets because he plays a crazy guy better than anybody that I know. So I'm going to go with that. Number 3 is Charlize Theron. Mm-hmm. And it was the movie where it's Joe Young, the King Kong movie that she was in when she had short blonde hair. It was the first movie I saw her in. I was like, who is that little lovely thing? And then the movie that I love her the best in is Hancock with Will Smith. I thought she did a great job with that. And then the next is Tom Cruise. I first saw him in Risky Business, and I loved him in Jerry Maguire. And then Sandra Bullock, I first saw her in Speed. And then my favorite movie with her is The Blind Side. I think that is 5.
Good. You got it.
Awesome.
Yep. Well done on that question, John, sir. I tip my hat to you, sir. All right. Going to 5. And this will have Larry up first again. Oh, this is right up Larry's wheelhouse, to be honest. If Larry doesn't win this round, he's fired.
Don't grenade me.
All right,
We'll all
Larry.
grenade you.
All right.
Yeah, actually, well,
Seriously.
I just screwed that up so nobody can grenade Larry on this one. I've got to make that call because I just tanked him by doing that.
You can't. It's too much pressure now.
All right, Larry. The Punisher,
Ooh.
Hawkeye, Batman, Captain America, and Conan the Barbarian are in a street fight to the death. Tell me the order in which they die and who is left standing.
All right. What was the list again?
The Punisher,
Okay.
Hawkeye, Batman, Captain America, and Conan the Barbarian.
Okay. Conan the Barbarian dies first.
Okay.
Do you need me to tell you how they die?
And tell me the order in which they die and who's left standing. So no.
Okay. Hawkeye dies first. Or Conan dies first. I would say Captain America probably dies second. Then it would be, oh God, probably Punisher has a secret bomb set up, blows up Hawkeye. So Hawkeye would die next,
All right.
and then Punisher, and then Batman. That's my list.
Not bad, sir. All right.
Good luck.
I like it. All right. Brooke, the Punisher, Hawkeye, Batman, Captain America, and Conan the Barbarian are in a street fight to the death. Tell me the order in which they die and who's left standing.
I'm going to say Hawkeye first, Conan second, Captain America third, Batman fourth, and then the Punisher's left standing because he's
You're damn right.
badass.
You're damn right.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
I love some Bruce Wayne too.
Correct.
All right.
Batman
John,
Dick always wins.
John, I know this is your favorite question ever on Podcast of the Roundtable. The Punisher, Hawkeye, Batman, Captain America, and Conan the Barbarian in a street fight to the death. Who dies first and who's left standing?
All right, the first to go is Hawkeye because he's just a surgeon in the Korean War, and he's the first one to go because he really doesn't even like to fight and doesn't know how to shoot a gun. Second is Conan because he's just a late night host, and he doesn't really have any fighting skills. And then after that, it's the Punisher because the Punisher thinks he's a badass, but he really isn't. And then it's a fight to the death between Batman and Captain America. And Captain America just squeaks it out because of the shield. The shield is what saves Captain America. So Batman's fourth, Captain America lives.
I was wrong about you on this question, John. I apologize, sir. Not bad. All right, Amy. The Punisher, Hawkeye, Batman, Captain America, and Conan the Barbarian in a street fight to the death. Tell me the order in which they die and who's left standing.
Punisher, Hawkeye, Batman, Captain America, Conan, as you read them, because I don't know anything about these superheroes. And Wonder Woman is left standing.
Oh, very well done.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Stay out of my world, Amy.
All right. Great. We're going on number 6.
You know, that was a trick question, by the way.
Really? Why?
Batman doesn't kill anybody. So, trick question.
Has he really never killed anyone?
No.
I know Punisher does. That's who I collected.
Captain
I've got all the
America doesn't
war
either.
journals.
Captain America, I think, is a little bit more liberal with his death, but Batman won't kill anybody. So,
And Punisher just kills everybody.
he kills everyone he can. Yes.
Yes.
But you don't think Batman, when he thought he left someone injured, they eventually died? I mean, come
Nope.
on.
Nope.
Don't
Don't
blame.
ruin this for me. Nope.
All right, number 6. We're starting with Brooke. If you were a dictator of a small country, what crazy dictator things would you do? You have 3 minutes.
Oh, man. I would have servants carry me around like in one of those chairs, you know, like in Egyptian times, I think, where like you had to get guys up underneath it and like on each four corner and
Like
carry me around.
Cleopatra.
Yes, there you go. That's why I thought Egyptian. But I'd have to have like one of those big bulletproof bubbles over it so that nobody could assassinate me.
That's smart thinking.
Uh-huh. And I would make sure that everybody nobody could litter. So anybody, it'd be like Singapore up in here. You get caned if you throw anything on the ground, not in the trash can. And Anybody that drives under the speed limit, immediately executed.
Fair. It's fair.
I like it.
We live in Atlanta. That makes total sense. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. John, if you were the dictator of a small country, what crazy dictator things would you do, sir?
To be honest with you, I think the only thing that I really would want to do would be the judge. Like, I want to be the judge. I want to hear all the arguments and I want to set punishment. I want to be the punisher when somebody does something. You litter, you're going to get caned. I find out you're a pedophile, we immediately electrocute you where you stand. You're holding a piece of wire, you're standing on a plate. We just throw a switch and you pop like a piece of popcorn. Robbery, we put you away for a little bit, but we rehabilitate you. Crimes, I would set the punishment for the crimes. And then, but I want to hear the stories. And as a dictator, that's what I want. I would take the reins off of people, let them live. All this political correctness nonsense, that would stop, because then you would be in front of me as a judge and you wouldn't like my punishment for that. So, just let everybody speak. You can disagree with them, but they have to be able to speak. No nonsense about putting other races down and all that. None of that white supremacy bullshit. None of that reverse racism bullshit. We all live together. We get along, because you don't want to be in front of me. You don't want that.
I do not, sir. All right. Amy, if you were the dictator of a small country, what crazy dictator things would you do?
Let's go with the punishments first. I mean, I would want world peace. I'm more of a libertarian. Do you, just don't charge me for your problems. But I would want maybe instant death for, irritating personal habits like chomping, tapping a pen, 3 selfies in a row on social media, people that flaunt their knowledge that aren't knowledgeable, or invading my own personal space.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's all I've got.
All right. Well, Amy just executed me 3 times. But the last
What? What? Why?
No, the last one we agree with so much about the personal space thing that I'll live in your country. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So that leaves Larry. Larry, if you were a dictator of a small country, what crazy dictator things would you do, sir?
See, I think you guys went too serious on this one. If I ran a country, depending on the day of the week, my people would have to do nonsense. For example, on Mondays, you'd have to build sculptures of me out of cheese. That's what I want on Monday. Tuesday, everyone wears Renaissance garb. I don't care how hot it is. Wednesday is polka dancing.
I like it.
Let's see. Thursday, I would probably make everyone gluten-free for the whole day. And then Friday, since it's a casual day, probably, I don't know. Friday, I guess, maybe shirtless day. Everybody's got to go shirtless on Friday.
Everyone?
Yeah, everybody. Hey, it's my world, brother. You're living it.
Do you ever get to eat the cheese sculptures?
No, that was forbidden on Monday. And you can't eat them on Wednesday because you're gluten-free. So, let's see. And then Saturday would probably just be a day of debauchery. I'd probably let my people do what they wanted within reason. And then Sunday, you'd have to go to the Church of Larry and begin your plans for your statue on Monday. So that'd be what I would do if I were the dictator.
Nice.
Very nice, sir. Very well.
Larry would be assassinated in a month.
I would live in Larry's country. That place sounds
there's no day for that, John.
Debauchery Saturday sounds like a plan.
Now, within reason. You didn't hear what I said.
Not the purge.
All right, number 7. Brooke is up on this one.
Okay.
This one is a serious question. All right, this one is very dear to my heart. Uncle Randy takes this subject very serious. All right, and therefore I believe Richard Tillman's going to take it very serious because he's my best friend on planet Earth. Rank your top favorite candy bars and tell me why. Brooke, you're up first. You got 3 minutes.
How many?
Top 5 candy bars.
You didn't say. You said 10.
Okay, well, top 5.
That's a lot of damn candy bars.
It's not enough.
It's time to start.
That's right.
I really enjoy a Three Musketeers.
Mhm.
And also I like Snickers. Can't go wrong with a Snickers. I also like Milky Way. And so yesterday I got Gunnar this thing that was like a chocolate bar. It was a Cadbury chocolate bar. There was chocolate with caramel in the middle, and I don't know if there's another like more popular brand with it in there. I feel like there is. It's a Score bar. Is that what it is? With the
Yeah, it's got toffee in it.
yeah, that one. And then the last one would be just good old classic, I guess, Hershey bar.
All right.
That was five, right?
That's 5, yeah.
Okay.
All right, John, rank your top 5 favorite candy bars and tell us why if you'd like, sir.
So my very top one is $100,000 bar because it's just like Rice Krispies and caramel and chocolate and 2 little chocolate turd nuggets of bars. It's just the perfect bite, each one of them. And that's number one. The second one is a Kit Kat because you kind of break it in 4. It's got that little crunchy wafer and the chocolate, and that you can just kind of, there's different ways to eat it. You can just like you take little bites out of it. You can shove it in your own whole mouth. There's just certain ways I'd like to eat a Kit Kat bar. The third one is called Take 5, and I don't know if everybody has this, but it's chocolate caramel, and they put a pretzel right in the candy bar, which it's amazing. The fourth one is a chunky bar, which is just like a solid block of chocolate. And, you know, if you're just in the mood for chocolate, it's just like chocolate overload. And then my last one is a Heath bar because I love the toffee and the chocolate. I like to be able to grab it and just smash it and like take little pieces. And then it takes you like an hour to finish it because it's all stuck in your teeth. It's just amazing.
All right. Amy.
I'm ready.
Rank your top 5 favorite candy bars.
This is a challenge that I can get into. Okay, number 1, I'm going to go old school because it reminds me of being a child at the swimming pool, and we got frozen Charleston Chews. Chocolate or strawberry. I don't like strawberry stuff.
In years.
But it's delicious.
Yeah,
takes you back.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 would be a Butterfinger. Don't like a Butterfinger on its own. Love it in a milkshake. Vanilla milkshake, and you put the Butterfinger on the top. Love it, or mixed in. 3 would be probably not everybody's favorite, a Baby Ruth, because it's gigantic. All those peanuts, it's like a meal replacement bar. I put it right up there with protein bars, a Baby Ruth. 4 would be a standard Hershey bar because you can dip it in things like peanut butter. It's for dipping. And 5 would be my all-time favorite, frozen Twix bars. Love them.
Amy, I'm going to tell you right now, all right? You need to listen real clear to Uncle Randy here. You've done your homework on this subject. That was very well done. You have thought this out.
I have thought this out.
Wow.
And I have to give you one thing about a Butterfinger.
You don't like them?
I love Butterfingers.
Oh, okay.
But I have a theory. They are impossible. I eat one probably 2 or 3 times a week. They are impossible to eat and not get crap all over your lap.
That's why you have to put them in a shake.
Yeah, you can't open them and it be a clean experience.
You're right.
Documented this. I've done it. I've done the science. Not possible. Love them.
You speak the truth. You speak the truth.
All right, Larry, rank your top 5 candy bars and tell why, sir.
I think I was a lonely child because I have a lot of candy bars that are supposed to be sharing with people, but I don't like to share candy bars. So, for example, Twix, I like to eat Twix in front of people because they think they're going to get one and then they don't.
That's right.
I enjoy Baby Ruths as well, Amy.
We have many things in common.
And it's always fun to yell Baby Ruth. Butterfingers, top 3. Love them in blizzards, love them in pieces, love them in all over crumbs all over my car and laps and little gold flakes. It's like eating a piece of gold, but it's chocolate. Yes. It reminds me of drinking that liquor that had the flakes in it, the Goldschlager.
Goldschlager, dear God, college.
Payday, because it's full of nuts. And I like Mounds because it's got coconut and nuts.
So I love the Mounds as well.
Yeah, so that's those are my top 5s.
Excellent.
All right, not bad. I did not expect much from that question, even though it's very dear to my heart. And I respect all of your efforts on that question. All right, number 8. This is going to be John up first. All right, let me get back here. John, you must build the best possible meal. Excuse me for that. With one item from each of these fast food restaurants. Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Wendy's. Explain your choices, sir. You have 3 minutes.
Okay. I have to, a meal, right? I have to put a meal together.
Yes, with one item from each of those places.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start with Taco Bell, a couple Taco Supremes as an appetizer. I'm going with Burger King's Whopper with cheese as the main course. I'm going to serve that with waffle fries from Chick-fil-A. And for dessert, I'm going to use a Wendy's Vanilla Frosty alongside a McDonald's apple pie. That is my meal.
All right. I have one problem with your answer. The rest of it's fantastic, John. You're the first person I've ever met that gets a vanilla frosty. I've never even.
Oh, I love the vanilla frosty. It tastes like homemade ice cream.
I've never seen one. Everyone I know has gotten chocolate. I got 2.
No, Randy, you have to get it. Or the swirl.
I challenge you tomorrow to go get 2 apple pies from McDonald's and then dip them in a vanilla frosty. And then when you come back, you can apologize.
Okay. All right. I will accept that challenge. I'm not saying it's bad. I've just never seen anyone actually get a vanilla frosty. I thought there was really literally only chocolate. That's great.
No.
Good info. All right. Amy, you must build the best possible meal with one item from each of these fast food restaurants. You got Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Wendy's.
Okay, I'm going to start with the superfood salad made out of kale with a sweet sauce. It's delicious from Chick-fil-A. And the McDonald's, we're going to have the artisan chicken and on the side, chalupa, because I like to say chalupa. And then we are going to hit, that's it, right? Then I just have Wendy's. So Wendy's would have to be a swirl, frosty deliciousness, chocolate and vanilla with sprinkled peanuts on the top.
Yeah, you got Taco Bell and Burger King too that you got to have an item from.
Well, my chalupa was from Taco Bell.
Oh, crap.
And then what was my other one I missed?
Burger King.
And Burger King, I'm going to have the filet of fish on the side also as an entree option.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. All right, Larry. You must build the best possible meal with one item from each of these fast food restaurants. Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and Wendy's.
I'm ready. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm ready. From Burger King, I'll take a Whopper with a crown. From Chick-fil-A, I'll take the waffle fries with cheese. From McDonald's, I'd like a McFlurry to wash it all down. From Wendy's, a spicy chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce. And for a dessert, because I've been a good boy eating all healthy food, I'll take a Choco Taco.
Where does it? Wait a minute. Where's the Choco Taco come? Choco Taco.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
They have them there?
Dude.
They also have
not here. They don't, but okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I know every.
Maybe you should move to Ohio.
Maybe it's not. It's not really a reason to move to Ohio, but okay.
We eat like kings up here. We get chocolate tacos.
And a lot of casseroles, I'm just saying.
Let me tell you one thing, everybody that's listening. There's nothing better than a Choco Taco. When that's what you need, those things are incredible.
I'm telling you.
Geez Louise.
I'm going to my Taco Bell tomorrow and complain.
You should.
Like, where's the Choco Tacos? I demand them.
Some guy on the internet said you had them.
Right.
All right, Brooke, you know the question.
Right.
Let's hear it.
All right, so for my appetizer, we're hitting Taco Bell for some nachos. Then
Delicious.
for the main course, we got grilled nuggets from Chick-fil-A with the sea salt fries from Wendy's and from Burger King. I fucking hate Burger King. So I'm just going to get apple slices like from the kids meal also as a side item.
That's so balanced, Brooke.
And then my dessert is going to be an Oreo McFlurry from McDonald's.
Yes.
And now I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too as crap. All of you have made me super hungry. I want a Choco Taco. I would drop any of you from the show right now for a Choco Taco if we could somehow.
Agreed.
I also want a Choco Taco.
I want a Choco Taco too.
All right, number 9. Amy is up first. Amy, if you could level up in any aspect of your life, but you had to level down another aspect of your life the exact same amount, what would you choose to level up and what would you choose to level down?
For level up, it would be my IQ because I would love to be like super crazy smart. And to balance that off, I'd have to level down my rock hard ass.
All right. Larry, I feel like you were going to say the exact same thing.
Close.
Pull it from him.
Close. Physical attributes are okay, correct?
Oh, anything.
Okay, I would level up my hair. I would level up my hair. And I would have to level down my sweet tits.
There you go.
Oh, God, yes. I feel you on the hair and the sweet tits. All right. So good. All right, Brooke, if you could level up in any aspect of your life, but you had to level down another aspect by the same amount, what would you choose to level up and down?
I would like to level up my patience.
I agree with that. Let's level that on up.
He's like, here.
I know. Sorry, babe. And maybe level down my white hot anger.
This was great. This is recorded as well. So
I noticed how Randall won't look you in the eyes when you said either of those.
He's like,
definitely not during the hot anger, Larry. You know.
He's like, no, you're perfect in every way.
Yes.
I think you're fine.
Please don't strike me.
Oh my gosh.
All right, John, if you could level up in any aspect of yourself, but you had to level down another aspect by the same amount, what would you choose to level up and down, sir?
Well, I got to be honest with you. I would be, if I could level up my memory,
Oh, yeah.
but to the level that I would level down this humongous bulbous belly that I have on me, I would have that instant memory that I could just look at something and memorize a whole book if I just flipped the pages. So I miss my memory. I would love to level up my memory and level down my pot belly.
Hey, let me tell you, we saw that picture not long ago that John put on Facebook. John was a daggum beefcake back in the day. Remember I was showing you that picture, babe? Mm-hmm. Crazy. You got to check it out. Everybody go to John's Facebook page.
Sleeveless shirt on or something. Or like,
yeah, I went from beefcake to sponge cake.
He was a rascal.
That's how he got them 5 kids.
That is how he got the 5 kids. All right, number 10. This has Larry up first.
Ooh.
This has Larry written all over it.
Stop it.
Well, there we go. I'm the worst.
That's how I get grenaded.
I am a terrible host. We're going to make that clear right now.
No, you're not.
Larry, if you were forced into gladiatorial battle, is that real? Is that a real
Gladiatorial.
One? Is that real? Okay,
yes.
good.
I can't grenade them?
I'm not. No, we can't because I just sold them out. A
Yeah.
gladiatorial battle, but you could only choose to use a weapon that is not considered a real weapon typically.
Huh?
What do you choose?
Something that's not considered an actual weapon?
Yes.
Probably my muscles.
No one considers those a weapon, do they?
No, God, no. No, they're limp.
All right.
I need that question again.
All right. Brooke, you're up. If you were forced into gladiatorial combat or battle, but you could only choose a weapon that is not considered a weapon. So anything that no one calls a weapon, a pen, anything, whatever you want to say. What would you choose?
Gosh,
You got 3 minutes.
I guess, so that's it. You're not like in any kind of certain
No, it's
situation.
like the question when we asked John, what would you put on the end of your hands if you didn't have hands? And John said brooms. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I guess like a shoe. There you go. Just beat him to death with a shoe.
All right. Hey, that qualifies. John, if you're forced into gladiatorial combat but can only choose a weapon that is not typically considered a weapon, what do you choose?
Chainsaw. I'm cutting my way through a whole bunch of people. When I get done, it's going to look like a field full of hamburger.
Isn't that a weapon though?
Not really.
No.
You never hear anybody banning anybody. They don't say let's go out and ban chainsaws.
That was very serial killerish, sir.
Yes,
you know.
But it's not really a weapon. It's kind of just like a lawn tool, yard tool.
Except for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll let it go. It's not up to any of us.
I know.
It's up to Rich.
It's not classified as a weapon. You're right.
All right, Amy, if you were forced into gladiatorial combat but can only choose a weapon that's not typically considered a weapon, what do you choose?
My answer, sir, will be lawn darts.
Lawn dart.
Yes.
Everyone that's ever thrown one of those has pictured them being a weapon, by the way. If you've ever played, you're like, these could kill easily.
Yes.
Someone might die while we're playing.
Can you believe what they let us have in the 70s?
I think that's the point of those things is to see
Yeah,
who doesn't
exactly.
die.
Kids were and parents had too many kids, so like play with the lawn darts.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were 2.
I remember playing with those things, and the rule was keep your head on a swivel when you're playing with those
I've never
things.
played with those. I wouldn't be here today if we ever played with those.
All right. We're on to question 11, and Brooke is up first. Oh, this is a good, fun question.
Great.
It's awesome that I wrote this.
Oh,
If you had to guess, what is the most likely scenario for your death?
Ooh.
The most likely scenario for my death.
Yep.
Fighting off.
So violent, Larry.
She's so angry.
Oh, I was going to say, like, fighting off a great white shark in ankle deep water in the ocean, because that would be luck. That I would be just like knee deep or ankle deep, mind of my own.
You can tell we're coming up on Shark Week, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
TV,
Wow.
it's deep in there. All right, John, if you had to guess, what is the most likely scenario for your death, sir?
You know what? I know everybody's thinking it, so I'm just going to say it. Diabetes. Take one look at me. Go ahead. Here I am. They're all thinking it.
The sugars?
Yes. Got the sugars. Diabetes is going to take me out.
Not the sugars.
All right, Amy, if you had to guess, what's the most likely scenario for your death?
I'm going to just start with it. We'll start with a man in Florida.
Okay.
Florida man.
A Florida man. And then something. We're in Florida a lot.
Statistically, that's probably the most likely of all of them. Well,
I know.
diabetes is
I'm
pretty-
saying.
All right, Larry, if you had to guess, what's your most likely scenario for your death, sir?
Oh, it's gonna be something stupid. It'd probably be a tree in the forest when I'm by myself.
All alone.
Forest bathing.
Forest bathing.
Dangerous.
Forest bathing. It would be a
Very
tree alone,
dangerous.
and everyone wonder if anyone made a noise. That would be it.
Larry, if we're being honest, it's going to be when me and you are together. I'm going to survive. You're going to die.
Oh, you mean the epic hug that we're gonna give each other? Yes. Yes.
I'm going to survive.
So Randall's the tree.
No,
Yes.
tree falls. I'm so strong. I'm able to hold off the tree. Larry, like you said, his muscles are nothing.
Oh, they're useless.
Yeah, so he's going to be.
And John's in a diabetic coma the whole time, so it's not
Yeah.
John can't help
useless.
us. He's over there foaming at the mouth. He can't help us.
Seizure.
Yeah,
Oh.
Brooke's fighting sharks, and Amy's in Florida with Chris Webster.
Crocodiles.
With bath salts.
Yep. All right.
Honestly, we all know that Larry's going to die when Aaron kills him.
Oh yeah.
With his taekwondo.
Yes. He'll kick his head off like a bottle cap.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to bring him into it.
All right, here is the next to last question. And John is up first. This is a thinking man, woman question. John, what 2-hour chunk of history would you want a video of if you could have video of any point in history?
That is so easy. Mm-hmm. The assassination of John F. Kennedy. I want a good video of that. I want to find out, like a wide angle view from over top. I want to find out if it was actually Lee Harvey Oswald, or was it a guy inside that sewer grate, their storm drain right there, or was there anybody up on that grassy knoll? That's what I want video of. You know, the Zapruder film gave us a lot of information, but that was just 8mm film, and it was, you know, and they went by frame with that, and it was behind the sign and all that. I want a good forward shot of what's going on with the window of the 6th floor book depository.
Suppository.
That's all I heard.
Window,
yep.
The depository window to see if there's a flash there. I want to know what's actually going on, and I would love to find that out.
All right, Amy.
Okay,
what
I'm gonna.
chunk of history would you want? Blah blah blah. You know that.
I'm so sorry. I'm an interrupter.
You are doing great.
Okay, I am gonna say go way back to 1500s, around 15 something, with Anne Boleyn, whom was charged with like high treason and witchcraft and all this stuff, and it had to do with her delivery of a baby that looked like a monster. So I would like to know what she was doing. She was accused of sleeping with her brother. So I would want to know what she's doing in the room with her brother.
That's a great answer. Wouldn't you also like to know if she had 6 fingers on one hand? Have you heard that? I need to know. There's a painting that supposedly shows she's got like an extra little finger. Like Oprah has the extra toe.
Really?
Oprah's feet are gnarly. If you get a chance, Google Oprah's extra toes.
I won't.
Make you vomit.
I don't want to see that. Do you know she was like 13 years old, Anne Boleyn? Like that's when they married those kids off. It was so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need video of that. I like that. All right, Larry, what 2-hour chunk of history would you want a video of?
I was going to say John having sex, but that's only a few minutes. So I'll go with the battle at Gettysburg. A lot of people don't know this because nobody asked or cares, but I am a Civil War fan. So I would love to watch the actual Civil War battles and see how that played out and see how bloody it was and fucked up. So
that would
be me.
Last thing I would have ever guessed that Larry was a fan of. I like that. I feel like I know a new Larry now.
It's a Renaissance man.
It's why I'm so aggressive against you Southerners. That's why.
Renaissance man.
All right, Brooke, what 2-hour chunk of history would you want a video of?
John actually took mine, the JFK, but I will go to the conversation inside the little, I guess they made a hut or something at the Donner Party where they started talking about fucking eating people.
Gross.
They did. They were like, all right, peeps, we're out here for a minute. I just want to see what that whole conversation was on where they came to that decision. But that was a good idea.
All right. Now that puts us into the Thunderdome question. This is the last question. This is a doozy. All right. This is a scenario question. We're still trying this out, so let's see if this works out or not. Who's up first? Who was up this last time? John was up first, so that means Amy's first.
Not for Thunderdome. Okay.
Brooke and John. All right, Amy.
Yes.
You and your companions, and everybody listen because I can't read this question twice. You'll get it. But you need a pen and paper for this. There's items to list. You and your companions have just survived a crash of a small plane. Both the pilot and co-pilot were killed in the crash. Mm-hmm. It's mid-January, and you're in northern Canada. The temperature is 25 below zero. Nighttime temperature is 40 below zero. Mm-hmm. Snow on the ground. wooded countryside, several creeks, blah, blah, blah. Nearest town is 20 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
You're in your city clothes for a business meeting.
Mm-hmm.
You have managed to salvage the following items.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to rank them in order of importance. You have a cigarette lighter with no fluid,
Mm-hmm.
a ball of steel wool,
Mm-hmm.
extra shirt and pants,
Mm-hmm.
can of Crisco,
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah. Where's the other part? Okay. 20 by 20 piece of heavy duty canvas,
Mm-hmm.
a sectional air map made of plastic.
A sectional what?
Air map
What the hell's an air map?
made of plastic,
A map of the air?
I guess.
Like a tarp?
Blank. Yeah.
Yeah. What would that be, Larry? What's an air map?
I would say look up. I don't know.
Okay.
Like a map with clouds on it and
Yes.
shit?
A drawing of the sky.
What jerk gave me this map?
A 1 quart, 100 proof whiskey,
Mm-hmm.
a compass, and
Mhm.
dear God, finally, the last item, a family-sized chocolate bar.
Okay.
All right. So you have to just rank those and what you think are most important.
My God.
Okay. I think that
I'll be
you think
back
that I value life more than you.
All right, let's do
You
this.
think I do?
I didn't think this out well. Let's just list the top 5.
There you
Which
go,
ones do you think are
babe.
the top 5?
There
of
you
those?
go.
Okay, listen. I only need 3
Okay, great.
because I think that if you stand in the cold, it's not a painful death. I think you just fall asleep and die. And so before I die, I'm going to eat that chocolate bar and I'm going to get the cigarettes off the pilot and light it up. And then I'm going to, that's it. I just do 2 things. I'm out.
Amy's just going to eat chocolate and smoke a
Eat
cigarette.
chocolate, smoke a cigarette. I'm out. Fall asleep.
All right, Larry, what are you?
I don't
what-
really smoke too.
Right.
I was just thought if I'm going to die, maybe
Oh,
I
why
should
not?
start.
Yeah.
Right.
Larry,
Top 5?
How strong is your will to survive, sir? Yeah,
I'm
top-
assuming my companions are the co-hosts of Drinks with Larry podcast. So
yeah, you're going to do, you're stuck with that group.
yeah, thanks. I'm going to cut Brian open with the steel wool, climb inside of his belly.
Oh, I like
It's warm in there.
It's very warm. I'm going to put on my extra shirt and pants before I get in there. I'm going to give Aaron the air map and tell him it is a crystal-based map and he can use it to find our way home.
He'll believe it, too.
He'll believe it. I'll give Stephanie the whiskey because she's obviously going to need it.
Not the whiskey. I had the whiskey.
And we'll just wrap Brian up in the canvas and I'll fall asleep until someone finds me. So.
All right. That's pretty good. That's making chicken salad out of chicken shit there, Larry. That's good.
I tried.
Brooke, what are your top 5?
I think it's no surprise that top 2 is going to be that chocolate bar and the whiskey. And then I'm going to throw on my extra shirt and pants, roll myself up in the canvas for warmth, and then use the Crisco to lather up whatever I can find to eat.
Just going to lather it up in Crisco.
A field mouse.
Just going to keep rolling through the snow in that canvas. Drunk as shit.
Oh, God.
Until
There you
I
have it.
All right, John, what are your top 5 items to survive this atrocity?
All right. Well, I'm praying that this quart of whiskey has enough proof that I can use the cigarette lighter, even though it doesn't have any fuel. I can use the cigarette lighter flint and strike it up and make a fire. The 20 by 20 canvas, I'm going to make a lean-to with. I'm going to use the Crisco to kill whatever animal I can lure over with that chocolate bar. And I also think that I will use the pants and shirt. And again, I'm just going to make a big giant fire so people can see the smoke and come get me. So basically, the rest of the stuff isn't needed. But the Crisco and then that 20 by 20 air map, I'm hoping it's made out of plastic, but I'm hoping I can probably use it to somehow eat off of, like almost like a plate. So I figure any squirrel, rabbit, anything that gets within some way where I can club it with a big stick, that's what dinner's going to be.
So are you using it to fry the animal, or are you?
Yes, I'm going to coat it with the Crisco and then, put the fire around a big rock, put the piece of meat on the rock so I can cook it that way. But basically just keep that fire roaring, put a lot of stuff on it that will make it smoke, and then have the smoke go up, and then hopefully somebody will see it and come get me.
So you're eating at my house growing up.
There you go.
Crisco and some crazy meat or
nothing like a good fried squirrel.
Boom. All right. So that wraps us up right there. So before we reach out to Richard, I'm give him a couple minutes to figure it out, what he wants to do and decide upon. But I want to go around. I want to let everybody give out their social medias, how they can be found, all that good stuff. And we'll start down there at the bottom with the powerful Amy Lyle. How can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Amy Lyle and on Facebook, surprisingly, at Amy Lyle, and on Instagram at author Amy Lyle.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Larry.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
yes.
You're always welcome.
Hey,
Larry.
I want to say first before Larry goes is that it's very nice to have another lady on the podcast
I'm a lady.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Oh my God, damn it.
You're a lady too. We're the ladies.
I know.
We're the ladies.
Go ahead, Larry.
You can find me on all socials at Drinks with Larry.
There you have it.
Short
Very easy.
There, yes. Easy.
Yeah, nobody wanted that name, so I got it everywhere. So.
John, where can they find you, bud?
Honestly, I don't. My socials are so screwed up. I don't even remember my social names anymore. I've changed them so much. So what I would say that is that if anybody has podcasting questions or need podcasting help, coaching, or whatever, you can always go to audioeditingsolutions.com, and I'd be very happy to help you out.
Beautiful. All right, babe. Where can they find us at also?
They can find our glorious podcast, the Married AF podcast, on Twitter at Married as Fuck, on Instagram and Facebook, Married AF Podcast. And if you want to email us, marriedafpod@gmail.com. And our network that Larry is also on, Civilized Creatures Podcast Network, which if you're watching this right now, you're already on our Facebook page. So
Yeah.
So thanks for coming.
All right. So I'm trying to remember. How did Richard call us?
He was in the chat, so I don't know if he's still in the chat.
Richard.
I saw him earlier.
Richard.
Richard.
I was going to try and do from Facebook Messenger on my computer. I don't know if they'd be able to hear him though or not.
I don't know. But
let's give it a shot.
Or he can call on my phone. I can hold it up.
Yeah, we could do that
and the mic.
Do that then, sure.
Yeah.
This is going to be the worst audio out of all of ours. This is going to be like a
John's punching himself in the face, right?
I'm punching myself in the face
already.
What?
It's not anybody's fault. We should have done a better job of figuring out how to do this, and I'm the engineer of this show, so I take full blame on this one.
I think this is going to be a great show.
I do too.
No, the show is great. The audio is going to suck a big one.
No, it's not. Don't say something.
I am calling Richard now, if it will let me.
What kind of phone do you have over there? Will let me?
I just saying contacting right now. It's not. There we go.
Well, it's usually on about 3% battery. Randall's.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yes.
6 seconds. I'm about to go through a bunch of mountains and have absolutely zero fucking service. So I'm just going to go with Brooke because I love you and I look forward to drinking some beers with you and Randy one day.
Yeah, love you, Richard.
Oh, shit. All right, brother. All right. Well, damn.
Well, congratulations, Brooke.
Well done,
Great, Brooke.
Will.
That's awesome.
Hey, what a rally from question one, huh? That's unexpected. How about that? It goes to show you, kids, you can start off in a hole. It's not how you start.
You can fail and dig yourself out.
Hey, Amy Lyle wrote a whole book about fails.
That's right. Here I am today.
And I'm in the second one. I got plenty of fail.
And you're on the cover.
I know. With that cutie alpaca.
Yeah.
Yeah, that alpaca, I was there. That thing was a rascal. It horrified me. I know y'all love alpacas. They look like if they wanted to, they could rip us apart.
I know they're kickers.
Don't they
aren't
spit on you?
I think that's a llama.
Llamas. Yeah.
The alpaca would kick randomly. It's like, hey! And its teeth, it needed some dental assistance for sure.
Good gracious. All right, well, congratulate Lyle. Look at Brooke. She's into the next round.
I did it. Another one. Yay.
I blame Jody B for jinxing me. He said I was definitely going to win this episode. He threw the jinx in on me, so now I blame Jody B.
That's
I never win anything, so I had zero expectations.
Yeah,
Hey,
I feel good.
Amy Lyle is up for an Oscar. No, it is an independent. What is it? Independent award for your movie.
It's not for my movie. It's for a movie that I was in, and it's. I couldn't believe it. We got 9 nominations, including Best Supporting Actress.
How can we watch that movie?
Amy Lyle.
You know what? After the film is done with the film festivals, and then they release it, so I'll post it.
Beautiful.
Cool. I can't wait.
So fun.
And do you have plans, Amy, to write a third book? And can I write it with you?
If you write it with me, yes, I'll write a third book. But right now, I'm trying to get my movie launched. I need $1 million. So if anyone knows anyone that makes $10 million or more that donates to the arts, please contact me. Our funding dried up from Hollywood because of the heartbeat bill.
Hey, Larry makes that in Patreon every week.
Excellent. We'll work.
He makes that in bio bidet cash.
Seriously, just shit. My whole life is shit. It's awesome.
All right, everybody. Well, we're going to run on this one. Thank you to everybody that was on the show. You guys are all awesome. This was super fun. I love the powering through the technical difficulties are the best. Love you. I didn't say a single profanity. How proud am I? I'm the real winner. I talk like a sailor. I can do it. It shows I can do it.
I wasn't that bad, was I? What did I
No,
say?
you weren't at all.
this is
Nobody
amazing.
was. Very proud of everyone.
I was better. I had to say because you're the genius that came up with our Twitter handle.
Oh, that's right. I got yelled for saying coming. I wasn't allowed to say coming. That's right. I got yelled at.
I don't know. Amy was Cumming, Georgia.
She does.
I do live in Cumming, Georgia. Is that terrible? Oh, gosh. Thank you.
I don't know if it's terrible. It's for sure.
Really is.
There it is, too. All right. Well, y'all enjoy your evenings. Thank you again for joining us.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Soon. Bye.
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 Uncle Randy, who, I'm extraordinarily delighted to say, loves you.